Robert Hefford and Mangia.tv, streaming live at Twitch and on Mangia.tv and on Instagram with no technology. And everything is working. Whoa! I don't believe it. I was 10 to 1 against, maybe even 50 to 1 against. And, but here I am. Cooking Vamp 102. 102 cooking vamps. Somebody pinch me. What are you kidding me? First little business. You know that we're streaming live on Mangia.tv right now, but when I'm not streaming live and I don't have other live streaming content, we got some great streaming old cooking shows going on Mangia TV. Just fantastic. When you're bored or something, you want to get inspired, go to Mangia.tv, check out what's streaming, and get some ideas, man. I just watched some things today on great cooks of Austria, right? And they were cooking, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a young pigeon, all right? These Austrians, they don't even let the pigeon grow up. A young pigeon, taking it down. You know, the other thing I need to tell you is if you're going to buy wine, and sometimes you buy fine wine, please go to sellerangels.com. Use Mangia Wine as a code. They're going to ship one bottle to a case for free. You're not going to find better wine on the planet. And part of the proceeds go to a charity of your choice from one of their charity partners. So you get to sip, save, and give. How easy is that to do? I mean, please do it. Sellerangels.com. Now, behind me is a street in New Orleans, and, you know, they're ready to party. Always ready to party. And I was there a couple weeks back. I'm going to touch on that, and then we're going to go on to our 300 Foods Challenge, see where I'm with that. And you know what opened its doors, pulled up its flaps? The Tuscan Chuckwagon in Sisters, Oregon. So we're going to talk about that. But first, you know, New Orleans, the music, man. So I'm going to just jam a little bit. I just had to do that, man. I had to do that just to fire me up, all right? And before I start vamping on Biloxi. Also, you know, we're going to get into on the 300 Foods how important it is to eat seasonal and local and how that's going to help you. And so, that being said, I always talk about staying hydrated, and we got the little local Atlas cider house here in Bend, Oregon, and we're going with the dragon fruit cider. I'm not sure dragon fruit is local, but Atlas is. And you got the cider in a little cider glass. All right, let's go. Vamp 102. One thing about traveling, which is so awesome, that ties into the Mangia TV theme, travel really means experiencing diversity, all right? So you get to go places, and how about the street noise coming through into the Mangia TV studios? Maybe I should shut the door. All right, I hope no train comes by tonight, because that's going to be a whole nother issue. Yeah, when you travel, man, you get to meet new people. It's the people, the food, really. How about the climate? All those three things, and obviously reasons why people go to different places. So I make a yearly sojourn down to Biloxi, Mississippi. I always stop in New Orleans on the way. And just have a great time meeting people and enjoying the food and experiencing a different climate. And the South Mississippi Gulf Coast, what fabulous time to be there is in the spring. I want to relay a couple of things that I just thought was so awesome. You know, you meet new people, and people, obviously in this country, there's dialects of English and accents, all right? I'm going to crucify a few of them, and I hope Kevin doesn't mind, because I'm going to pick on him first. I met Kevin from South Georgia at a restaurant bar in New Orleans, and I just love going places and meeting new people and hearing their story. And Kevin absolutely floored me. I was laughing so hard when he talked about his love of bird hunting, right, and training his bird dog, and how he uses pigeons now to train the bird dog. I didn't mean to even segue with the pigeons being eaten in the Australian kitchen from earlier. But anyway, he was telling me that he has pigeons and he puts them out for his bird dog to kick up. And the beautiful thing about it is the pigeon takes off and flies right back to his pigeon coop, right? So he doesn't lose any pigeons doing it. And then he said with his drawl, he goes, you know, it gets expensive when you're kicking up a chucker or something else that you bought, and that dog kicks it up one time and you shoot it because you got to shoot it because you're going to eat it. Oh, I met Kevin. I fell in love with the dude. He was so great. We hung out that night and met him the next day with him and his gorgeous wife. Had a great time on Bourbon Street, and it was a music festival. Fantastic. And then just like the random stuff you see when you're in a place. We saw a clown. A clown. I'm talking 9 in the morning walking in the French Quarter. A guy 6'4", biggest clown I've ever seen in my life. And again, the puns are flying tonight. Huge clown, right? And he's walking down the street, kicking his longboard. Beautiful woman is walking in front of us, and this clown goes into this just, good morning. How are you doing? Man, you're looking fine this morning. What is that, a chiffon dress you got? The guy was right into trying to meet this girl, good-looking girl on the street, you know. And so I stop him. I go, dude, that was impressive. And he says to me, listen, this ain't no funny business. I'm not clowning around out here. I really thought she was hot. I wanted her phone number. You know, you go places and you meet and see people and stuff like that happens, and you just never forget it. That's why you travel, all right, to meet the people. And the food. All right, we're going to get into the food, but I demolished a bunch of seafood in the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I got red snapper, drum, softshell crabs, other kinds of finger crabs, Gulf shrimp, Gulf oysters, to name a few things that I added to my 300 food challenge just by traveling someplace and eating their seasonal food or the food that they are able to get near there. All right. Other great thing about traveling is reconnecting, obviously, with friends like we do every year when we go to Biloxi. So I didn't win this year. Hold on a second. Let's see. Use a little technology. Is that the one? Robert Heffernan Golf Live now. The leaderboard did not have Robert Heffernan at the top ever. You know, what can I say? I didn't deliver this year in Biloxi like I thought I would. I really felt going in that I could, contend. I didn't. Hats off to Paulie Heff. He came in second, I believe. John Jackson in third. And my friend Gonzalo Fernandez, second or third time on the trophy. Congratulations, Gons, for notching your name on that Mississippi Gulf Trophy. Oh, my goodness. You know, I have some other footage that I wasn't able to get to. We're going to get to it next year. How much fun it is to be in the booth, though. Mississippi Gulf Fest. All right. Technology, I'm killing it tonight. I'm killing it. Here we go. 300 Foods Challenge. I'm up to 165. 165. And like I said, I added a lot of seafood. And the okra was the seasonal vegetable that they love in the South. The okra. I'm not sure if it's seasonal or not. I'm just saying that. Hold on a second. 165 though, my total. And talk about seasonal and regional. Check out this little bad boy. That's a Morel Mushroom. They're popping right now in the forest land of Central Oregon as you get up towards the mountains. Picked by my friend Mark. And how great is this, Ben? He goes out a couple times a week, especially when he knows the Chuckwagon's open, cooks morels, him and my friend Bruce, and then they bring them back to the food cart garden, and they hand me a bag of morels, and they say, let's do something with them. So we've added the morels and made some flatbreads and just sauteed them up, morel tacos. Oh my God, fantastic. All right, seasonal local. All right, that's how I'm. So I'm 165. I haven't added the Morel Mushroom yet to my 300 foods total. So I guess I'm at 166, which brings me to an exciting meeting I have tomorrow with Liz at Agricultural Connections here in Bend, Oregon. They're a wholesaler for local farms all around the Central Oregon region. And so a lot of them smaller farms, a lot of them organic, whatever. It's local, and I'm really excited to sit down and chat with her, mostly to get 135 more things eaten this year, and hopefully this summer. I'd love to knock it out this summer with 135 different things and see where local food production, local agriculture can get me. How far can it get me to that 300 goal? So that meeting is tomorrow, and next week I will let you know how that goes. All right? Who else is doing a 300 foods challenge? All right? It's kind of fun to do because you start keeping track of what you're eating, and really opens your eyes to sometimes the limited diet that you're on. All right, hold on a second now. We are flying here. There we go. Into the Chuckwagon. Let's talk Tuscan Chuckwagon. All right? The food cart garden. Open Wednesdays, lunch. Thursdays, lunch. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, lunch. Maybe I stay a little bit. Until like Memorial Day and we get into the summer, the Chucky is a lot weather dependent. If it's 50 and raining, the flap is not going to be up. But I've had some good days. I'm really excited and happy to see customers from last year that came back that have been finning for the Cajun shrimp tacos or the chicken tacos. And we got a new lineup on the food cart garden this year in Sisters. And I'm going to do a vamp from the food cart garden and interview Dave. And he's got the slide-by slider wagon. All right. My friend Kenny, he went back to Alaska. Rock and Troll Seafood. They pulled up anchor and went back to where he knows he can make a substantial living, and so he gave up the food cart. So we got sliders. We got Anna in the new public cafe cart, still there, serving up organic, vegetarian fare. She's still killing it, absolutely. And the Chuckwagon. All right, so I did sliders last year from the Chuckwagon. Ivy says that Chuckwagon must be a hit in Oregon. A lot of people, you know what I say from the Chuckwagon? Just like this. This is what I say when people come up. How's the trail? Huh? I fire that right in there. The old Oregon trails. How's the trail? Trail been dusty for you? Anyway, I used to do sliders. Now he's got a slider cart. All right, taking away my sliders. Now, you know, somebody might be pissed off about that and hold a grudge. And I was a little bit. Until I tasted the sliders that Dave is cooking up. And he's got a Green Mountain grill, just like I do, all right? And he's smoking his meats with Pacific pellets, just like I do. And he is absolutely killing it with the sliders. They're fantastic. So now I'm like, you know what? The sliders were kind of a pain in my ass last year anyways. Let him do the sliders. Fine. I got to do something else. Which brings me back to Agricultural Connections, right? And since Kenny and the fish truck is gone, I'm going to add some more fish to the menu. Fresh, well, you know, fresh fish. Fresh fish can be frozen. All right, previously. In fact, the freshest fish that you can get is frozen. They catch it, they gut it, they vacuum seal it right on the boat, especially wild caught Alaskan cod and salmon. Forget about it. It's so awesome, frozen right on the boat. So I'm going to go with some fish, probably over Caesar salad or sauteed, locally grown vegetables, right? That's what I'm thinking. A little fish mojo on the fish, onto the skillet right behind me. and lay that over a nice Caesar salad or a nice bed of sauteed vegetables, kale, I'm thinking, kale, spinach. You know what's great is the red cabbage, man. Let me tell you something. If you want to go low carb and do you go that red cabbage, slice it thin, saute it quick, man. Leave some crunch to it. Leave it al dente. Hit it with some red onion, the red cabbage. Get creative, man. I like going a little balsamic, right? If you want to go Asian, you hit it with a little ginger, a little oil. So simple, so fast, and you just can't go wrong. So easy. All right. That's it. More fish for the masses. All right, listen, I'm also working on a new segment, a new season of something I'm going to call Mind, Body, Spirit. All right? The mind part, I'm hoping to bring on Sean Moselle. I've interviewed him before. He is my mind guru. He's Glenview, Illinois, and as a hypnosis specialist, trained under Jose Silva, the Silva method. Just knows everything about getting your mind right. All right, and then a body part will be about health or wellness, food, and then the spirit part, I'm going to bring back on Perry Cicchini, my friend from college, my days at Western Michigan University. I had him on for Valentine's Day Vamp about the music. This guy is a music aficionado. He's got a killer music collection, so much insight and knowledge around music, and wants to share and is excited to join that segment. So look for coming up later this spring, the first season of Mind, Body, Spirit, a la Mangia.tv. All right? Ivy asks, what's the best-selling food on the Chuckwagon? And as I go over my notes from last year, Ivy, it was definitely the chicken tacos. All right? Now, you have to understand something on the chicken tacos. All right? I'm taking thighs. I'm letting them go to the smoke for 2 or 3 hours and then covering them and letting them to go for another 3 hours. Who cooks a chicken thigh for 6 hours? All right? When you're on the Oregon Trail on the Tuscan Chuckwagon, I do. All right? These thighs, they just melt. I put them on the barbecue chicken flatbread, by the way, which also one of the top sellers. And I got to tell you, I think once people start talking about the fish and what's going on that Chuckwagon and the fish with the fish mojo, I think that's going to be a big seller too. But for sure, the Cajun shrimp, Cajun chicken tacos, number one seller. How fun is this? We had a little interactive at Mangia TV with the hashtagging, hashtag Mangia TV, and I was able to actually interact with it. Technology's working today, man. If you're still on Instagram watching this with the green screen, you can see me in the Chuckwagon over at Mangia.tv. All you got to do is, you know how to work technology, right? You know how to work it. You go out of the Instagram app, right? And then you load the browser and you go to Mangia.tv and bang, here I am in the Chuckwagon. All right. That's what I got for this week. Next week, look for me to bring back on Ron from Clean Drop Mobile. We got some more killer stuff working for food safety. I also got to bring it back on Dr. Steuven from Dining Grades and get an update on his great work publishing the health department scores on restaurants, just so people know. All right? And listen, if you're in a disgusting restaurant, all right, you can use that Clean Drop Mobile app to share that on social media and get these people to shake a leg and clean their place. All right? All right, that's what I got. That's all I got. Do yourself a favor, all right, and cook somebody a meal. How about you do that? How about you do yourself a favor and cook somebody a meal? By the way, the Rub-a-Dub-Dub is available on Amazon, and I think tonight we'll go out with a little. Everybody needs to see a little Frank. Let me be Frank. All right, let's let Frank take it away.
Frank, I need rub, Frank. Go get it. Not fish. fish mojo. I need shrimp mojo. Go get it. Shit. I forgot to teach him how to read.
Hey, Frank, what do you say we dig into some shrimp? Hey, Frank, I'll rock, paper, paw you for the last shrimp. Rock crushes paw. 2 out of 3? All right. Scissors cuts paw. Sorry, dude.
Come into my kitchen, babe. I'm gonna fix you something to eat. To eat. I'm gonna mix it up with passion. Gonna throw a pinch of something sweet. Sweet. So lay your troubles down by the door. I'll tell you when you ask for well, I'm the culinary doctor of legendary